Hello, my Facebook family. Hope all is well. We're here for another real estate update. Praise God. Last week I was a little bit busy, so I didn't get to have a review on last week, but thank God for this week. And not a lot going on in real estate, I should say, but I just want to talk about just what is happening when it comes to interest rate, because as I talked about before, and for any new subscribers that has been tuning into these type of a teaching, I will link the update that I did a couple weeks ago at the end of the video. And today I want to talk about interest rate, how that is what is the driving force right now. I know for me, I am watching the Fed as to what they're going to do. Are they going to reduce the interest rate? Praise God. But we know that takes place when they look at various factors, I should say. And one of the factors that they look up to determine if they want to reduce interest rate has to do with inflation. And we know that inflation is the increase in the prices of goods and services. And we have been seeing that we've had a lot of price increase in food, gas, etc., etc. I know you probably have noticed that, and so forth. So they are some dates that I'm going to talk about. Actually, there are 3 dates, but I'm just going to talk about 2 of those dates today, what we need to look out for as we're waiting for interest rate, praise God, to be reduced. And one thing that I'm going to go over again that I did, I think in 2 prior videos, is that even though interest rate is high now, if you're a homeowner and you're planning on selling, or if you're a home buyer that it will be looking to purchase a property, your first home or so, it's still good to be prepared for when the interest rates are reduced, because it is good to be ready for that. And to get ready for the buyers, it is good to start talking to a lender at this time, making sure you are ready financially. Start the pre-approval process if you need to work on your credit and so forth. It's good to start doing that now, because you don't want to wait till the last minute when the interest rates are lowered. All of a sudden you're trying to start this process, because that will just allow the process to be longer. And you want to take advantage of when the interest rate are reduced to go forth right away and start, doing the purchasing of a property. So for buyers, it is good to start talking to a lender. It is also to start getting acclimated with an agent, a realtor that you may know, or probably a friend know of a realtor. And it's good just to talk to them to find out what's going on in the market. How is it in your area? How are home prices in your area, etc.? Are the home prices still high? Are they coming down, etc.? So it's good for buyers just to, have someone in that, an agent that you can be in contact with, just to keep you update or abreast on what's happening in the real estate market in your area. And for the sellers, it is good also to, just start making sure that you are okay as well when it comes to refinancing, because a lot of sellers, if you're not selling, or homeowners, I should say, if you're not selling and you're thinking of refinancing, you're also waiting on the interest rate also to be reduced as well. So it is good also to make sure your credit is okay as well, that you are in good standing. So when that time comes, you won't have a problem as well to, get that refinancing process done smoothly. Praise God. And it is always good just to also, if you have a realtor friend, if you have mortgage people in the mortgage industry, to talk to them as well, just to ask question, how is it going? How is mortgage rate going? Do you foresee anything happening soon? And especially in your area, what is going on in your area as well? So the same thing that applies to a buyer also applies to the seller, as we're in the waiting period, as to wait for the interest rate to be reduced. And the next thing is that I talked about 2 dates that we need to look forward to. And one date already passed, and that was September 6th. And September 6th, if you see me looking down, I'm looking down at my notes. September 6th is really a date when the Feds release probably remarks or statement about what is happening at that time. In other words, they're forecasting what happened in August, just to let us know what is going to happen in September. So that's how they look at it. And of course, September 6th, they will be able to realize if they need to reduce the interest rate based on what happened in August. In August, we know that they did reduce the interest rate because of certain factors. And one of that factor is inflation and the inflation rate as well. And we saw that they had a slight drop because they had some increase in unemployment. So if unemployment increase, that mean either people are getting laid off, people are losing jobs or stuff like that. That's an indication like, okay, we need to reduce interest rate because, people can't afford, to buy a property because either they don't have a job, etc. So they are these factors that they have to look at, and September 6th is one of those dates. So if we see that based on the August numbers, that interests the market, I should say, I'm losing my trail of thoughts here. Sorry about that. They realize that the unemployment rate has increased, then they may decide to start dropping the interest rate just in small increments. And we have seen that. So now in September 6th has already passed. I haven't seen anything yet on that, if they're still going to continue to drop the rates in just small increments as yet. And the other date is September 11. And September 11 is very important because that is the date when they will know for sure, praise God, if they are definitely going to decrease interest rate at a certain percentage. Is it going to be just a minimal of decrease, or it's going to be a point or more? So we will know more about that on September 11. And at this point, inflation rate is 2.9%. And they want to be able to get that at 2%. If that could be reduced to 2%, then we know for sure that that's going to trigger interest rate to be reduced. So that's one thing that economists or the Feds look at as well. They look at the inflation ratio to make sure if that's at a certain level that they want it to be, then that's the indication that they will definitely reduce interest rate. So far, the date that I'm definitely waiting for is that September 11 date that will definitely let us know as an unemployment rate increase, and also is the inflation numbers reduced. So we will definitely know that around September 11. So that's definitely an important date to watch out for. You can probably ask your realtor at that time or your mortgage broker, if they know anything as to what's going on in that area. And then, of course, I'm going to be back next week as well, just to talk more about that as well. And we know that we're living in a time where everything seems to be slowing down. It's like, If it's not one thing, it's another. But we who are believers, we know that we trust God and we depend on Him for everything. So even though it may look bad for some people financially, they probably can't purchase now. For a seller, they probably can't sell because of different factors. But for those that can buy now, and if you are, pre-qualified, you are pre-approved, and you're able to, I would definitely advise to go ahead and buy, because home prices definitely, in some areas that I've seen, have definitely decreased. So it is good to definitely purchase now, even though the interest rate may be a little high than what you would want. It's good to buy now, because interest rate will have to come down sooner than later anyway. So I would definitely not be on the fence. If I can afford to purchase a property at this time, I would go ahead and do that, definitely. And I have another date here, September 18, and it says that we are definitely looking forward to the Federal Reserve, just to see, because that's the time when they have their regular meeting, just to talk more about what is going on and what decision they have made. So that's another date also to look forward to as well. And we know that 2000, the year 2000 is when the interest rate is the highest we've ever had it, and it hasn't dropped to a lower rate since then. So we're definitely, it's due now for us to, hopefully and prayerfully, that interest rate will start reducing. That will definitely help homeowners and home sellers to make decision on purchasing or selling their property. And I'm a real estate broker, so I'm waiting for that as well, because definitely business have definitely slowed down a bit because of that. So we're just praying and hoping that we get some favorable result, praise God, and that we will start definitely seeing interest rate reducing, hopefully by the end of this month and so forth. So hopefully this was encouraging to someone. Hopefully you got some information about this, but definitely do some research as well. There's a lot of research online that you can find out what is going on in your area when it comes to interest rate, when it comes to inflation. Definitely read up on that as well, and so forth, so you can have an idea of what is going on. So I am happy for just hoping and waiting, and just praying that all will be well by the end of this month, praise God. So until next time, I hope this has been helpful to you, and you are definitely gaining some information just about the market, or the real estate market, I should say, as a whole. So until next time, bye now.